Alright, what's up guys? Photoshop Player here, and we're going to do a little tutorial today, switching over to the PMDG NGX on your FMC. So basically we're going to be going over three things today, and is programming your route into the FMC, figuring out your fuel usage, and then takeoff configuration. What we're going to start off very quick on finding a route, and what I do is I Google simply the first airport code which we're flying out of today, which will be Midway, so KMDW, and then I type in an arrow that I make, and then the airport will be our destination for KBNA, so Nashville. Alright, so now you see what that looks like very quick of what this route is. We're going to go ahead and pull this right there. It's highlighted in red now. And we're going to go ahead and use this route for our flight today. And then what you can do is I like to use the call sign also for my routes on VATS, correction, on my flights for VATSIM. And then we're going to go ahead and pull the altitude, which is right there in red now. Okay, so basically this is the information you need from the internet for your configuring your route. So we're going to go ahead and switch to the NGX now, so give me a second. Alright guys, so welcome to my home in the sky basically. And now we're going to go ahead and open up our FMC very quick, so let me do this. Alright, so here we are. This is our FMC. Basically this is the menu, and what we're going to go ahead and start off first is we're going to go ahead and click the FMC up in the top left. So we're just going to go ahead and click that, and yeah, I haven't updated our nav data, so it's going to give this nav data is out of date. But basically this is just letting us know the model, our engine, our air act data. So we're going to go ahead and click position in it, which is the bottom right hand corner, and this will give us our reference airport. From here we're going to go ahead and type in Midway's code, so which is KMDW, so Kilo Mike Delta Whiskey. We're going to go ahead and put in the reference airport, so we're just going to go ahead and click left second button, and the gate is optional to put in, but if you want to, we're ahead at Bravo 19, so Bravo 19er, and that goes right here also. Oh, okay, I guess it doesn't know it at Midway. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and move to the route now. And again, if you have your route saved, this is where you're going to type it in. So we're going to go ahead and put in Midway again, and then our destination airport, which is Nashville. So we're going to go ahead and put KBNA. And our flight number was Southwest 920, so we're going to go ahead and type in 9020. These are all optional right here. You do not have to do this. And we're going to go ahead and move down to the departures and arrivals now. Alright, so in your FMC you're going to see a DEP and an ARR button. That's departures and arrivals. We're going to go ahead and click it, and it'll bring you to the index. And we're going to go ahead and, whoops, okay, and we're going to go ahead and click the left one on the side here, which will open your departures. And if you have a departure, this is where you're going to use it. I do not have one, so I'm going to go ahead and use just the runway. And weather is calm, so we're going to go ahead and be taking off runway 13 center here. And we're going to go ahead and click the bottom right hand option to bring us to our route. And we're going to go ahead and click next page. And now this is actually where you enter in your route information. Alright, so if you remember that route, we're going to go ahead and type it in, which is the first point is Comiskey, which is CMSKY, and this is going to go on the right side. Anything that goes on the left will involve numbers or jetways. Alright, so the next one is Karen, which is CARYN. Alright, and right now what you're doing is just inserting the route that your plane will be flying for you. And as you'll see down here, eventually it's gonna display it for you. And then a Sybil, so CYBIL. Alright, and we're gonna go ahead and move on to a VOR now, which also goes on the right side. So we're going to go ahead and type in PXV. Where is P? PXV. And then our last waypoint, which is Gamma. So GUMMA. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and click activate and then execute. Alright, now from here we're going to want to go back to our departures and arrivals page, and you can do this now or you can do it mid-flight. I'm going to do it now though, and we're going to go ahead and select our arrival, and we're going to go ahead and click next page until we see ours, which is this one right here, the Romeo Yankee Yankee Mike November 1. As for right now, I do not know the weather out there, so I will have to double check that very quick. But for right now, let's assume that the weather is calm, so we're going to go ahead and select 20 left for landing. So we're going to go ahead and select the 0.20 because that's the runway we're going to be landing on. Select our transition, which is the waypoint where we just flew to right before our approach, so it'd be Gamma again. And then we're going to go ahead and select that runway for ILS 20 left and then click execute. Now if you view your legs page, you'll see that your route is now inserted in, and this is what your plane will be flying to get to Nashville. And if you get a route discontinuity, just go ahead and click the waypoint under it and just put it in the open boxes and then click execute. Alright, so next on our list now was fuel. Alright, so we're going to have to go ahead and click back the menu options and then go ahead and click FS Actions and click Fuel. And right here I'll say total pounds. I know for Nashville it's a short destination or a short trip, so it's about a 45-minute trip, so I'm just going to go ahead and use 10,000 pounds of fuel, rough estimate. And as you can see, this is your gross weight number right here. So from there we're going to go back to our init ref page, and then we're just going to go ahead and double click the ZFW right here. So we're going to go ahead and double click this in, which automatically fills in your gross weight. Now reserves, I just do 1, which stands for 1,000. And cost index, I always use 44. That's your choice. Alright. And now you'll see it'll give us an altitude. So we're going to go back to that altitude that we had, which was flight level 330, or known as 33,000 feet. And we're just going to go ahead and insert it here. Alright, and then this will provide us the rest of the information. Alright, this is just going to let you know, right, this warning that just popped up, it's going to let you know that the plane's going to be slowing down significant after that call or waypoint. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and execute. We're going to go ahead and bring us over to the N1 limit. And these go up by intervals of 5, where it says degrees Celsius and 14. Since it's 14, we're going to round up to 15. So we're just going to go ahead and insert 15. And this will give us our takeoff speeds we're working on right now. We're going to go ahead and switch over to takeoff now. We're going to go ahead and use 5 flaps for takeoff. And we're just going to go ahead and double click again for our center gravity. And this will auto trim you. And right here I'll say V1 rotate and V2. Just click the buttons on the right and you get this filled out. Alright, and now this is basically it for programming your FMC. The rest from here, all you'd really have to do is either turn on your LNAV and VNAV after takeoff, and then go back to your init ref when you're mid-flight and find your ILS, which will be it for another time to do. But yeah, this is basically your route and programming your FMC. So this will conclude the tutorial for the day on how to work the FMC. And I hope you learned something today.
Drug, let me feed your addiction.